Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. The more the merrier. Today is Sunday, and this is of course a post-election tarot reading, part 19, I believe. 19 parts. So many. We have a few things to talk about today. I want to do channel messages. I did channel messages for, who did I do channel messages for? The main characters, as usual. Kamala, President Biden. Oh yeah, I did Tim Walz. Someone asked me. So I did a few messages for him. I did Mark Rutte. I did, what else did I do? I did Mike Johnson. Someone asked, so I said, I'm not going to pull cards for him. But I did do some channel messages. Donald Trump and Musty. So we're going to do that. I'm going to pull some cards for each of them. I'm not sure if I'll get to Donald and Elon. Well, I might get to Donald. I don't care for pulling for Elon for some reason. I don't know. But I will also see if I can get to pull some cards for the collective energy for tomorrow. We all know what tomorrow is. I've been pulling for I just keep getting the same cards for everyone. For President Biden, Kamala, the same sort of energy. And also for Donald, the same sort of energy. And it doesn't look good for him, okay? But we'll see, we'll see when I pull for him. First, I also want to say thank you to everyone for subscribing, for promoting me, for listening and commenting and interacting. I'm really so grateful, and it's really like a dream because I started, like I said before, I started this channel with the idea of what I'm doing now, but it didn't turn out that way, and I was about to piece this out. I don't mind doing celebrity readings, but it's just not super interesting to me. Only if they're interesting, I'll do it. But I just feel like that's not what Spirit is telling me to focus on. It's a just distraction, and I feel like it's more interesting things to read about. Okay, like I like celebrities, sure. I've done so many celeb readings, as you could see in my previous videos, but it's really not what I set out to do. It's just not. And so I'm finally doing what I sought out to do with this channel. And I'm so grateful. So grateful for it. But thank you for supporting. Thank you so much. That's really all I can say. And you can continue to support. However you want. It doesn't have to be monetary, but I really do appreciate you guys doing that. And if you want a personal reading, you can go on my Ko-fi. I will put the link to it in the description box. Okay, guys? What else? So before we start, I had asked you guys, what other content you'd like to see on my channel, just outside of focusing on this situation. And you guys gave really great suggestions, and I'm going to start. I'm not structured. I like to play fast and loose. Well, that's not true. My structure is very loose. I will say that. But I did take in your suggestions, and I will be doing a lot of those suggestions. I'm going to continue to do this. I was thrust into this. So I will definitely continue to do this, talk about world issues more, talk about, politics and all the other suggestions you guys gave me, tarot card lessons and meditation sessions and things like that. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited to start looking into doing that and, uploading more. What do I want to talk about? Okay. So I was going to do this in a separate video. And I will talk more about this. My experiences with this spiritual journey I'm on. But I just felt, I felt compelled to talk about it. I feel like my guides are really pushing me and telling me, you have to talk about this experience you had. Okay. So I'll give you sort of the abridged version. I have a tendency to just talk. So I'll give you the abridged version of this. Okay. So this is about my awakenings and my NDE, my near-death experience that I had last year. That is a culmination of what brought me here today, sitting here, and being, fully integrated, at least in terms of where I am, the level that I'm in now with this. So where do I begin? I have always felt different. I'm the youngest of 6. Okay, so I have always felt different. I've always felt sort of like not an outsider, not like that at all, but my family's religious. Okay, my grandfather, he was a pastor. He himself was prophetic. Okay, he, like I said, he reminds Joe Biden reminds me a lot of him. He passed away in 2020. But my family was my siblings were brought up in the church. Okay, and I really wasn't. I mean, I went to church, but my parents, or my dad rather, wasn't the way he was with them. He wasn't that way with me. I guess when the last child comes around, you're just kind of tired, just doing whatever. But they had to learn the Bible and quote the Bible and go to church and all that stuff. And then growing up, that kind of that for some reason that used to bother me, that I didn't, like my cousins, even they knew the Bible, they knew the stories and they could quote it, but that just, I felt like that was a piece missing for me. Okay, I'm religious, but I'm not religious in that I go to church every Sunday of worship and hoop and holler and all that. I'm reserved when it comes to religion. I'm very interested in different aspects of different religions. The rituals, those things always appeal to me. Those things are always very beautiful to me. Okay, but that's an aside. But like I was saying, I'm a little reserved when it comes to my relationship with, God, and if that's what you believe in, okay? Because there are many different beliefs, there are many different religions, okay? And with Jesus, that to me, it's like a personal thing. And because of that, a lot of my family members, for some reason, they would say to me like, oh, like I didn't believe or whatever. But that's not the truth. And, I set them straight with that. But, it's very, I'm just reserved with that. I don't know. I just have always, it's like a private, sacred thing for me. I don't know if anyone could relate to that. But, what was I saying? Growing up, see how I do? I get all over the place. Growing up, I always felt different, and in a sense that I always secretly knew that I could think something and it would happen. I remember specifically always praying to Jesus. I felt like I had this, this personal connection, this, feeling drawn to this person. And I would always pray to him, and I would pray to him for things, or when things were hard and things would turn out fine, or the things that I would ask for, I would get. And I would, I just knew that I could think of something and it would happen. Or I could think that I want something and it would happen. And I always would say, like, I'm so lucky. I'm such a lucky person. As a young person, I would think that, how things would work out. And as I grew older, that began to change. Or I guess when you grow older, there's a disconnect that happens, through your experiences or your influences, and I sort of disconnected from that ability, I guess you could say. And as I grew into adolescence, I still always felt different. And I specifically remember when I turned 16, 17, I started struggling a lot with anxiety, like my nervous system. Now that I could look back on it, I didn't know what was happening then. Now that I could look back on it, I was very nervous and very anxious. And I started to have dreams, visions. I could say they are now. But they were only about warnings or bad things that will happen and things like that. And I did not like that. That caused me a lot of anxiety. And it sort of caused me to, the difference that I felt, I kind of like shut it down and just ignored it and lived my life, that sort of thing. And it wasn't until 2020, no, that's not true. It wasn't until maybe 2018, 2019, I started to explore metaphysics and the metaphysical, and explore things about spirituality. And I was introduced by a colleague of mine. The first tarot deck I ever had was this deck here. As you could see, it's the Angel Tarot cards, okay, by Doreen Virtue. I believe she's not into this thing anymore, but that's fine. This was the first deck that I ever bought, and I believe it was in 2018. And I wasn't heavy into the spirituality and to exploring my gifts yet, but I knew it was an inkling that, I've always felt drawn to this, always. Okay, so this was the first deck I had. I would pull, it has the meaning of the cards on the bottom, and I would pull and I would ask, I always, since I was younger, felt drawn to angels. Okay, so this was the first deck I had, and I was running when I was working at the agency I was working for, we would run groups and things like that. And one of the groups I ran was like a meditation group, a spirituality group. I've always told, the same things you guys say to me. You have a calming voice. You're so calm, So I used those skills, those abilities in those groups that I ran. And I would have them, draw these cards, and we would talk about it. And so this was my real, true introduction to tarot. Okay. But I still didn't, I was just grazing, basically. I wasn't really fully integrated or, into it like that. Okay. And so that was the first deck that I had, my first real introduction into this world, this community. And in 2020, when the pandemic hit, My grandfather had gotten sick around 2019, and 2020, and the country shut down and the world shut down essentially, and I was struggling so much. I was struggling mentally, through all of this, I'm working. I started working from home. At the time, I was doing something called in-community work, where I was working with children and adolescents, and I would go to their homes and do therapy with them, but then everything shut down, so I was doing it online. But I was struggling, and so I started watching YouTube channels, tarot readers the pick a card readings, and I started getting into that heavily, and I wanted to, I felt very drawn to figuring out what was happening to me, on top of dealing with a sick loved one and the grief of that and losing a loved one. I felt that was a catalyst for whatever I was going through. And I had researched spiritual awakening and its symptoms, and I was experiencing all of those things. And I started reading, and I started getting into it very heavily, pulling cards. I started buying more cards. I started buying oracle cards. I started learning about tarot and reading about it, and exploring all of that. It was like a new world opened. But like I said, I only left the door halfway open. I would talk to my spirit guides. I was learning about who they were. A lot of them, I was told they're not from this world. I've always felt that. I was told that you travel. When I was doing this, when I started doing this work in 2020, I would wake up exhausted. And even though I would sleep, and I was told by them, you like to travel, you astral project to the moon. And I was like, that sounds... But it felt like that. I would have dreams that I was on the moon. Anyway, that's another aside. But I still was doing it. I still was exploring the side of myself, but it wasn't open like it is now. And I started this channel because I wanted to really, I felt drawn to really helping people with their struggles, and doing what I'm doing now, basically spreading this word. But I didn't feel whole doing it, and I started it started changing into, the channel started changing into what I didn't want to do, but I was doing it, and I know it was because I wasn't fully open to this. And I always struggle with some sort of, my entire life, even from young, I always felt like I always had some weird existential crisis going on every single time. And in terms of another aside, in terms of Myers-Briggs, I'm an INFJ, so that's pretty, par for the course. If you guys know what that is, we have existential crises, okay? But I think because I do this work, being a social worker, I've always wanted to help. That's since I was young, I knew this is the kind of work I wanted to do. But doing this work and being a therapist, I always felt a piece missing. And I always felt like, I like doing this. I like doing this. I love doing this, being a therapist, being a clinical social worker. But there's something missing. And it's like, with that something missing, I never felt completely contented or satisfied in the work. And I know it was because I was not open to my complete self of who I really am. But anyway, fast forward a few years, 2023 comes up, and I've now, throughout all this time, there was so much happening in my family. There were so many people passing away. And when 2023 hit, I was like, these last few years have been very difficult. this year is going to be better. And in February, my brother suddenly passed away. And that was my first real, even outside, my grandmother had passed too, my grandfather's wife, shortly after he passed. And it was sad, but I would always say as a clinician, and it's funny enough, the year before that, I was saying, I really need to brush up on my skills when it comes to grief and loss. I feel like I don't know how to serve people in the right way because I always felt connected from that, disconnected rather from that. And I would always say, man, I need to, you guys could fast forward through this if you're not interested. I've been talking for 20 minutes. I'm going to speed this up. Okay. And I always said, man, I need to, brush up on that. I don't understand it. And when I lost my brother suddenly, I understood. I'd never experienced grief that way, ever. That sort of despair, this terribleness. That's all I could describe it as. And that entire year was terrible after that. It was emotionally taxing and just awful. It's sort of a blur to me when I think back on it, but it was a sort of a dark space to be in for me. And through all of this, I'm working. I'm being a therapist. I'm helping others. I'm pouring into others. Even people who lost their family members. Now I was able to understand what they were experiencing, and I started to excel at that. But I was not taking care of myself. And I got sick around, right, a couple of weeks after my birthday, in December. I would say it was around the week before Christmas, actually. I had really bad eczema. And that whole year, it was flaring up, and it was due to stress. Obviously, it was a lot going on personally. And so I had gotten a skin infection on my back. And it was terrible. It was bad. And a few weeks before that, I want to say before my birthday, I had a dream. And in that dream, it was myself and my sister. And I looked at her and I said, I think I'm going to die soon. And she looked at me. She looked at me and was like, no, you're not. And so I stood up and I went in my dream, stood up and I looked in a mirror and my face had a skull over it. And I remember waking up and just being like, so afraid. I was so afraid. And I knew it was a warning. I knew it. And I pushed it in the back of my head. And the thing about it is I would have dreams. I would have dreams about leading up to my brother's passing. I would have dreams about him. I remember always praying about him. But I never knew why I felt compelled to. And I remember one particular dream I had where our house caught on fire. And I knew that was a warning, just leading up to that. Anyway, so I had that dream and I pushed it in the back of my mind. I got sick, really terribly sick. And I didn't go to the doctor yet. And I was so sick. I can't even describe the pain I was in. And I was laying up on the couch in our living room, and like feverish and all of that. And I don't know if I was awake. I don't know if I was sleeping. I felt like I was awake. And suddenly this tall, figure is standing over me, and they had a feminine form, and they're like, it was an angel, and they're like talking to me, and I can't remember the full conversation, but they're like, hey, you listen, I'm gonna, they're talking very firmly to me, this this angel. And they were so tall. It was like 7 feet tall. It was tall, and they had black wings. Okay, and it was wearing like leather or something, like armor or something. It was, and so I'm like talking to this. I wasn't directly looking at them. I couldn't lift my head, but I knew what they looked like. And I'm having this conversation, and we're talking about purpose. And the angel's like, you have to take my wings. I'm giving you my wings because you know what you have to do. This is your this is the purpose. This is your purpose, And so I'm like, I can't remember what I said to them. I cannot remember the full conversation. No matter how many times I think about it, I can't remember. But I just remember them saying this to me, and me saying, okay. And they're like, I'm going to give you my wings. I'm going to give you my wings. So that was that. And I remember telling my sister about it when I woke up, and she's looking at me like, whatever. So then I finally went to the doctor, and the doctor said, you could have ended up, this was like a couple of days before Christmas. And he's like, you could have ended in the, at the hospitalized. This is really bad. And I had to take really, really heavy antibiotics. I had to take 2 rounds of antibiotics. That's how bad the infection was. And it took me a while for me to fully heal. I got better after taking the antibiotics, but it was skin. It was a skin infection. So that, it took me a couple of months to get fully healed. But there were scars left, unfortunately. And so I remember my sister was the one who brought me to health. The one who was in the dream, she has gifts also. She's the one who, was taking care of me. Because it's on, the issue was on my back, so I can't look back there and, she was changing my bandages and all of these things. So I'm telling her the story again. I'm telling her the story, and then about the angel, and the angel saying, I'm giving you these wings. And then she pauses and she goes, the scars on your back are in shape of angel wings. And I was like, what? I said, excuse me? She said, they're in shape of wings. And we're just like shocked, It's insane. It's crazy. And so after that, into this year, I started to emotionally feel better. I started to, after my brother passed, I sort of just shut everything down. I stopped praying, But as last year rather, 2024, things started to get better. I started to move out of this space of, I started to feel like my younger self again. And I started to, I'm almost done, guys. I started to, the thing that I used to do when I was younger, talk out loud, talk to God out loud, manifest out loud, I noticed things started to become easier and things started to come to me. Okay, I noticed that, and I was doing it. It was like the old feeling that had went away is here, it's back. And the anxiety that I have been experiencing is gone. And the moodiness and the mood swings and the sadness that I have been experiencing, I don't anymore. And I could only attest it to what I experienced with that sickness. And I still struggled a little, but when when the election happened and I felt so compelled to upload a video, was saying I'm not doing YouTube anymore. But when it happened and I was like, I need to say something. You have to say something, I heard. And after that, after I opened up completely myself to this, to my guides, to this gift, all the anxiety, all the negative feelings and thoughts, they don't come anymore. They're just gone. And there's things banging outside as I'm saying this. I'm still learning. I'm still expanding. Okay, I'm still at this level of where I am. I'm where I'm supposed to be, and I have a lot of plans to expand my knowledge even more, but I'm doing it in a way to where I'm meeting myself with my limitations. I have a tendency to do too much, as you guys could see in my long videos when I do these readings, but whatever. 31 minutes, okay. All right, so really quick, I had some question. That's the story. That's the really abridged version of my NDE, okay, of the visit from the angel. And you know, that I think that this was a part of the catalyst for me sitting here and telling this story. But some people asked me, they wanted to know more about myself. That's a part of me, okay? That's a story that I'll probably tell again and talk about more. But I've been asked questions about how do I get in touch with my guides? How do I tell you? Just talk to them. But what I did was there's some cards that you could start off with. One of the first decks I bought when I started to feel comfortable with reading understanding the tarot. One of the first, did a personal reading with someone, and this person told me, you're a light worker, and you heal energies, and all the things that I've been suspecting. I was told that, okay? But the first book I bought, one of the first decks I bought, was Lightworker Oracle. Okay, it's not a promotion. This book is amazing. This is my personal, I don't pull this deck for other people. It's just for me, okay? But this book is amazing if you want to really learn more about yourself and hear from your guides and at least for me, this book it helps me so much, okay? Lightworker Oracle. I think that says Alana Fairchild. Okay, you could pull this deck, Spirit Allies. This one is pretty simple. And it's really beautiful too. Let me show you. You see that? It's beautiful. But the idea of this deck is that it's different aspects of who your allies are. And they also use gems also, like amethyst and all that. Those can be a part of your spirit allies as well. But that's just an aside, okay? So let me pull. I'll do that at the end. Let me pull a quick message for you guys. So I want to get started. Let's see. It says here, you are protected by a higher power that also wants to help you. If the path seems blocked. This is a good message, okay, guys? There is a good cause. Take this as a divine intervention, a sign from above, and wait. When the time is right, all flows with ease. Didn't I say that? in the community tab, divine timing. If you feel blocked, simply ask for help. Surrender. That's what I had to do. But I guess I had to get really sick for that tab. Okay. I'm hard-headed that way, I guess. Alright, so let's start channel messages, okay, guys? I'm going to start with Kamala. She's tired. I could say that. But also tireless, like I said before. When I do these channel messages, I feel like like I said before, sometimes the message is happening now. Sometimes the message is happening, sometimes the message is happening in the future, okay, or it happened already. Haven't quite worked out when that is or what that is when I get these messages. I've learned to ask better questions, because when I first started doing this, I was very like tentative, very like tiptoeing, just sort of touching their energy. But now I've learned how to protect myself more. I've learned how to respect when I'm doing this, remote viewing, this channeling, how to respect this person's space and their energy without, I wasn't doing that before, but how to have that balance without being tentative and, not pushing and asking the right questions. Okay. First message I heard is, we will fight to the very end. She felt serious. She felt focused, determined, exasperated. Okay. We were ready for this moment, and we'll have to respond in the most prudent way. Very cautious, she felt. Very caring. We will listen to the people. Commanding. I will not have to run again, I heard. Or whatever that means. I will not have to run again. We are down to the wire. Sense of urgency. Joe, we will do the right thing. No, I'm sorry. I just lied. It says Joe will do the right thing. That popped into my head about President Biden. They won't know what's coming for them. Ooh, scary. They won't know what's coming for them. I cannot believe we were here. Wait. I cannot believe we are here in this moment. Exasperated. Disbelief. We move with pride, care, and integrity by way. Hold on. Let me get my phone. Oh, sorry. Make sure that. Okay. We move with pride, care, and integrity. We do not know. Wait. They do not know what we are capable of. Yeah. Yeah, that's what she said. I don't know who she was talking to. He will not get into the White House. That's about Trump. Who's resolute. We shall see. Listen, Kamala, I keep getting the same messages as you. Okay? As you've been telling me. I'm here to do what's right for the American people. By law, it is mine, she said. By law, it is mine. I don't know what she's talking about. But intimidating Queen of Wands energy. And it's very serious. Very exasperated. A fight energy. Okay. Let's look at President Biden. He's angry. He felt angry. That's it. righteous anger, but not the toxic kind. Resolute. Okay. Anxious. Worried. Okay. This is egregious. This is an egregious act. Angry, I wrote at the bottom. Mark, we have to get him. We have to get them, he said. Interesting. I thought I wrote him, but them. We have to get them. He will lose the president. Okay, this made me. He will lose the presidency by my hand. I will make sure that happens. Chills. He really thinks he's won. Amused. Talking about Trump. What does this say? I don't know what this says. Oh, yeah, that's what this says. January 6th will be a shock, I heard. I don't know, we'll see. Donald Trump, yeah, he was upset. His energy was, Donald Trump has to leave, or it says Donald Trump will have to leave. I'm sorry. Donald Trump it's happening. Donald Trump, there's someone just turned their TV up. It's so annoying. Donald Trump has to leave, or I can't talk. Donald Trump, all right guys, bear with me. I'm so sorry. Donald Trump has to leave, or he will not like what's coming to him. Donald Trump has to leave, or he will not like what's coming to him. Okay. We have the power to stop this. I keep hearing the word power. Throughout these messages, I kept hearing the word power. Constantly. Power. There are the bells. You guys might not hear it when I edit, but I'm just letting you know the bells are going off. I will do what I know is right. That's what he said. I will do what I know is right. I will put the American people first. We have what we need. And I heard down to the wire. Down to the wire. Okay. My handwriting wasn't as neat. The messages were coming so quickly. Okay. Let's look at 10 walls. I didn't do many for him. Walls. First thing I heard was we are finally here. His energy felt in disbelief. Very surprised. Next thing I heard was, well, the devil didn't win after all. And he was smiling. We were ready for this. Kamala said we were. and it's here. He didn't believe when she told him that. Disbelief. And now he's saying whatever that is. Now we're here. I have been praying for this every day, and there are tears in his eyes. We are in there. I heard. We are in there. Okay, so Tim Walz. Tim Walz is, like I said, he's feels like he's doing his own, he's back to doing what his regular work is. His thoughts just, like I said, he is so surprised by everything. He's me, like just a regular, like, oh my goodness, he didn't believe that. He didn't believe whatever this is, he's feeling, that this relief, it felt like, he didn't believe it would happen, whatever the it is, okay? Mark Rutte, my crush. He felt like his energy was just like, I'm busy. Why are you talking to me? Okay. He felt like he moved on to the next phase of something. That's what it felt like. First message I heard was, we are in the weeds. We are in the weeds here, and we cannot get lost. And that voice of his. I heard global interference, and then I heard disruption. I asked about the election results. He said it will not happen. Very simple and to the point. It will not happen. I heard Kamala. I saw an image of her in my head, and I asked about it. And he said, listen, guys, I'm not trying to give... False hope is such a weird phrase to me, but I'm the messenger, and I can only tell you what I hear when I do these messages, okay? This is what I heard. Kamala will be a fine president. I asked about Joe Biden. He said he will be remembered as a fierce ally. Okay. I will always choose to do the right thing, I heard. I will always choose to do the right thing. I asked about Musty. He said, we are watching him. He is being watched. He is being monitored in many countries, I heard. We are watching him. He is being monitored in many countries. And that voice, like, very... I asked if NATO will release any... before I could get the question out, the answer, he says, the answer, and his energy cut me off. Then I asked again. I was asking about, will they release a report about interference or whatever, and he said, we have already. Before I could get the question out, I heard the words cut me off. And then I asked again and said, it's already done. We have already, it is already done. Okay? That was his energy. It felt like, go away from me. Not in a bad way, but he was busy doing phases. I heard phases. Okay? And so it felt like he is moving on to something else, another phase or something. Urgency in their energy. I remembered this at the last moment. I wrote down, not that I wrote down, I was channeling. I was having a rough time yesterday, and that I was thinking about our government and thinking about just the way things are so corrupt, and had many thoughts. And I had, my spirit guides, when I get in this, they were quiet. They were quiet Friday and they were quiet Saturday. They spoke to me a little bit Friday, because we know you're tired, they said to me. And so they were quiet. And they were quiet Saturday because I was fine when I woke up. I did some channeling. Okay, I was fine. And I was thinking about the government, and just, how this country they have a tendency to think that, how do I say this? Not that it's like they care about how the things look, how our country is perceived. And it's like some people would look at a developing nation whose government may be corrupt, but our country may have a tendency to think that we're not the same in certain aspects. On the surface, we may not appear to be, but anyway, you guys know where I'm going with that, okay? But I was angry. I was just, not frustrated with this situation, just when I was thinking about this. And after I got so angry, and I was like speaking out loud, after it was done, I felt better. I felt like, whoo, yeah, that was great. I felt my guides was like basically telling me you needed that. And then they started showing me, they told me, when you channel today, I want you, this is yesterday, I want you to touch on their Kamala's energy and talk to them, and Biden's energy, and like the things that you need to do, to pray, and channel their energy and think of them, and be positive. And I was showing images of myself like prostrating myself. But I knew it was like a literal thing. And so that's what I've been doing. But that's probably what you need to do too, okay? If you haven't, not prostrate, but just think about them, think about what you would like to see happen, maybe even talk out loud, and put things in the universe. But when I was before my anger session, that was short-lived, as I was making breakfast, I was laying in bed and talking to my guides very briefly. And I said, could you give me something? Could you tell me something? I was thinking about President Biden. And I wrote it down. Presidential letters, I heard. They're saying to me, like, yes, this is going to happen. The same sort of messages. And I heard presidential letters, and I said, what the heck is that? And then it got quiet, and then I Googled, and it didn't really give me much. And then when I thought about this again, I asked about this again. I said, what is this? And then I heard letters to Congress. Okay, so I'm still not sure what that means. You guys could guess, I guess. Is he writing a letter to Congress? I know is it letters from, when I initially thought of presidential letters, I thought of letters that presidents, would send out to people or get from the American people, that he reads. I know the president can send letters to Congress, and that's the message I heard. Okay, so that's that. Let's look at Donald Trump. I don't know what that meant. It sounded important. presidential letters. I was racking my brain. You know, I'm a Scorpio, and they're good at investigating. But I'm in the dark a lot with this stuff. I can investigate though, but anyway, what is this? Oh, this is. Oh, let me do actually before I do Donald. Hold on, this is Eli. Eli. See, I'm calling him Eli. Let me do Mike Johnson. I forgot about him. Mike Johnson, guys. Okay. All right. So, you know, with him, his energy is so flimsy. It was not hard. He is nervous and he is afraid and he is not, he doesn't, I don't want to be this way. I don't want to be this way, but there's a weakness to him. Okay. And I mean that as not, I mean it as what I felt, to his being, to his spirit, to his character. There's a flimsiness. There's no strength there. Okay. So that's what I felt with him. And as I was touching his energy and channeling, I was like, I don't want to do, it was almost like I didn't want to like bowl him over. That's how flimsy, anyway. First message I heard was that was close, and there was relief on his face. Okay. I am afraid of this falling apart. I was asking about, you know, the vote, and I was asking about, I forgot what else I was asking about, but just like his position in general. I asked about Trump. It says he is counting on me. I heard, I am begging. I'm begging. I heard this is falling apart. We will win this, I hope. There's not a lot of assurance. Like, there's not a lot of, like, surety. The votes were in, but it wasn't enough, I heard. We will have to fight. I'm afraid we will lose. A lot of fear. Okay. You know, like I said, it didn't move me when he won. I pulled the night before and I saw that he would. But it's just, they're like I pulled in a question and answer video a couple of videos back. They're not, the Republicans, they're hanging on by a thread. Like there's still so much chaos and they can't keep it together and they won't be able to. It's going to crumble. I still get the same cards for them. What I saw when I pulled was, yeah, sure, great, yes, woo, we got through, we got the vote, but there's the tower there every single time for them. And when I pulled, the tower was with the Hierophant. They're crumbling. So don't get lost in that, guys. Don't get lost in this small. It's important, but it's not the big picture. Okay. Donald Trump. Donald Trump. I couldn't get anything at first. I wrote gibberish on the top because there was gibberish. It was nothing but gibberish. And then I suddenly heard the word boil. And then I heard Mike Johnson got in. But it was not a full sentence. And then I wrote unintelligible. Okay. I could not hear anything. It was like, then I would hear something, but it wasn't intelligible. It was just like nothing. I heard again, where's Melania? I heard they are trying to stop us. I've seen it. They are trying to stop us. I've seen it. And I saw it is paranoid too. When I heard this, felt like paranoia. I saw him watching the news. He was sitting on the couch. And I saw an image of him watching the news. That's all he does. He's also very tired. He's exhausted. I don't know if he's not sleeping. It just felt like exhaustion. I think I wrote that on one of the things. I feel like all he does is listen to rumors. Like I said, just talking. He's afraid. I asked his energy, do you think you will be the president or get into the White House? I think I said. He said, I heard, I'm not sure. My advisors tell me to be ready. And it was like, I heard it slow. I am not sure. Like, I don't know if it's because I don't know what's going on. And I wrote exhausted in the last. After this came, and it wasn't, when I heard I am not sure, I had to keep, I heard I'm not sure first, but this, my advisors tell me to be ready. It was so hard to get. It kept repeating, my advisors. First I heard my advisors tell me to be, what did I hear? I can't even remember. And then I heard that they told me to be ready, but it was so slow. And then I wrote exhausted. That's what it felt like, tired. Okay, I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know. He's afraid that he is not sure that this will go through. I can tell you that. And I also asked, I'm going to pull about that rally he's doing. And when my advisors asked me to be ready, this is what that rally he's doing on the 19th came into my mind. Musty. First message I heard was, we are ruining this. We are running this? Hold on. Wait. We are ruining this. Yes, we are ruining this. Second message I heard is, I am running away. We got this, I think. Trump's losing it. Preemptive strike. And I wrote lots of anxiety on the bottom. Preemptive strike, I heard him say. They both felt anxious. Put this to the side. They both felt, there was anxiety. Even as I was reading it, I felt anxious. Okay. What am I doing? I don't know. What time is it? This is gonna be long, guys. I'm going to, let's see, what's today? Tomorrow's the 6th. I just feel like tomorrow's going to be some weird energy in the air. It's a weird energy. It feels different. Let's look at her energy for tomorrow. Let's see what Kamala, this is Kamala, guys, okay? Kamala's energy for January 6th. Oh, wow. Okay. 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 Kamala's energy. Telling me to split. So far we have the Knight of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, and the Nine of Cups. Have Strength on the bottom. Wow, 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 wow. Wow. Okay. All right. This is the same thing that I pulled. These are the same cards. Seven of Swords. Seven of Cups. The Fool. New beginning. Y'all see that? Let's move this over. Three of Cups. Eight of Cups. Interesting. It's telling me to put it here. Five of Swords. All this energy is here. Six of Pentacles. Giving and receiving. That always comes up. King of Cups. Two of Wands. Four of Swords. Ten of Swords. Strength. You're telling me to pull from the front. The Empress. Her energy for tomorrow. Two of Cups. The Sun. Eight of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, Six of Swords. Okay, it's the same. King of Cups. Yeah. Alright, okay. I'm hearing victory, new beginnings. Let's start here. Okay, so here we have the Knight of Pentacles, Six of Wands, Six of Pentacles, and Strength. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 major cards. Okay. It feels very serious. It feels it feels like I said, the spotlight is on her. feel like it's going to be, hold on, I don't know what's going on with my brain. Knight of Pentacles, bear with me, guys. Things will be slow tomorrow, it feels like. Yeah. I just feel like tomorrow her energy is very focused. Okay. Working, it's going to be so slow. I don't see, let me get a, with the Knight of Pentacles here and the Six of Pentacles, it feels like a slow moving, methodical energy towards a goal. Okay. Like it feels slow. I don't know if there'll be an answer. The Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Pentacles. Where am I putting this? I was looking for over here. What the fuck? Yeah, there's it's interesting, these cards. It feels like her energy tomorrow will be like, I know what's happening and I know what to do. It feels like information will come out slowly. Okay, it feels as though, I don't know, I'm having a hard time. I don't know why. The messages aren't flowing as clearly for some reason. But it feels like, because it just feels like a slow energy, but her energy feels like she's very focused towards, she's very focused, moving towards what she's looking for, her own goal. Okay. She's really focused towards, it's like she's taking, well, she's gonna be in control, but it feels like she, right here, alone, like she's taking control. I feel like, let me give a clarifier. I feel like there's gonna be chaos and confusion, but even though they're minus the Seven of Cups and the Five of Swords there, and the Seven of Swords, I feel like, hold on. I feel like everyone will be confused, but her. That's what it feels like, the world. Yeah, coming full circle. What am I getting to clarify? Oh, right here. Yeah, Ace of Cups, Four Wands. I feel like I just have an image in my head. I'm going to be real with y'all. I have this image in my head. The world is here. The King of Wands. The Eight of Pentacles. Okay. The Queen of Pentacles. The Ace of Swords. I feel like there's going to be chaos and confusion. Everyone's going to be confused except for her. Okay? She's going to be, whatever this confusion is, even though down here it feels like confusion, okay, she is going to be the one to know what to do. I'm hearing for her benefit, okay. The Four of Wands, the Ace of Cups, the Six of Wands here, and the Strength card. You know, she's so intelligent, and she's so what's the word? People look to her for answers, for calm, and whatever this chaos might be, she's going to bring back a balance, okay? She's going to I have to ask the right question. And it feels like, though, in her energy, it feels like something that will benefit her. Something that will be to her benefit here. Okay? But I'm, for some reason, it just feels like I'm having a hard time weighing through, like, the confusion that I'm feeling. But it's not her energy, if that makes sense. Because the energy here is like someone being very methodical, very practical, taking control and bringing in the balance. Okay? But all of that is going to, it's about her. And it's about her benefit. This is what this is telling me. Okay? It's about her benefit. She doesn't feel anxious in this energy here. Or any of this down here. It feels like she's watching everything. I could see her in my head, looking at everyone, being confused. And her just sitting there, knowing what to do and knowing what is happening. She knows, and no one else, you know, I shouldn't say no one else, but she knows. And everyone is like, I see it, like, oh, what has happened, you know, murmurs and, you know, and she's just sort of sitting there saying, I know what to do. Okay. Six of Pentacles. It feels, all of this just feels like this is to my benefit. Okay. Well, see, I'm going to pull some other things. Down here we have the Two of Cups. This is over here. Okay, down here we have the Two of Cups. The Nine of Cups. What is that? The Seven of Swords, the Empress, the Three of Cups. Okay. And the Seven of Swords and the Three of Cups are together. And how do I view this card? This card has, Seven of Swords is like, it could be on the one side, working strategically, working in secret. On another side, it could be walking out of a toxic situation. On the bigger side is thievery, dishonesty, stealing, cheating. Okay, and the Three of Cups are here. Who is this that I've been viewing, celebrating, looking up at the stars? The three villains. Okay, Three of Cups is also like, it could be about celebration, but in this instance, I've been looking at this, and it's on top of the Seven of Swords. Okay, this is a lot of healing that I'm also seeing in this reading. A lot of healing cards. The Eight of Cups. Okay, the Sun. The Wheel of Fortune, the Two of Cups. Okay, but anyway, oh, my dog just sneezed. Nine of Cups, I've been viewing this as the, you know who. Are you okay? All right. Okay, so sorry about that, guys. I had to edit out a whole bunch because I had to stop and take care of my dog. Hopefully he'll be okay. He's going through something. But we're just resetting. All of that you won't even see. It's all going to be edited out. Okay? But 9 of Cups. Okay, 9 of Cups. How do I view this card, guys? I've been viewing this as allies. Okay. She will be working very closely. 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups is about partnerships. Okay. Again, balance as well. There's a, what did I say? Healing, I'm hearing. Balance. Okay. Control. And to her benefit. Okay. 9 of Cups is also about enjoying the fruits of your labor, your wishes coming true. Okay. So whatever, it just, like I said, it feels a lot of like there's going to be confusion and chaos. Okay. He's sneezing again. He's about to get kicked out. Okay. Whatever this confusion I feel or chaos I feel, it's not her, it's her energy. The Empress is here. Okay. Creating something. It feels like you know those plans that I talked about? Those plans that she discarded and now that she's pulling them back. This is what this outside of what the Empress, means. Being a leader, being an authority, okay, knowing something, okay. This feels like her plans here that she's pulling closer, okay, and it's on top of the 9 of Cups. All right, so this energy here, this sort of like I talked about with the 3 of Cups and the 7 of Swords, what the 7 of Swords represent, who the 3 of Cups are. Okay, you have the 8 of Cups here. 8 of Cups is a card of moving on. Look, she's moving. The 8 of Cups is next to the Sun. The 8 of Cups is many and represents many things. Okay, emotional healing. It represents moving on into something, moving on into the unknown. Okay, moving on into something better. Okay, moving on into what's the word? Moving on despite risks, or moving into something despite risk being there, like having faith that things are, whatever you're walking into is going to be fine. Things will be fine with the Sun here. Okay, so her energy is sort of this and the 7 of Cups here, this what I'm talking about with this. 7 of Cups is about having opportunities and having to make the right choice. Okay, having many opportunities and having to make the right choice. But the 5 of Swords is here, and this is where the confusion comes and the chaos. The Wheel of Fortune is here, the 10 of Pentacles is here, and I've been viewing this as support. All of this here, the Pentacles, support, is how I view the Pentacles as well. Okay, and so and the 7 of Swords is touching the 7 of Cups. And these 3 villains here, the 3 of Cups on top. 3 of Cups is also a card of celebration, but these, I've been viewing, I've labeled this card as something already. Okay, the 3 villains. It feels like the 10 of Pentacles is Congress, let's say, okay? And then you have this 5 of Swords energy here. 5 of Swords, also a card of conflict, confusion, And that's what it just feels like. I know I keep saying that, but this is being emphasized to me to keep saying it. Okay. But through all of it, her energy feels like she knows something, or she knows how to handle this, or you have the Fool here with you have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, first of all, it's with the Fool here. Taking risks, taking a leap of faith, having faith, new beginnings. This here feels like her energy, and this feels like Congress. But it feels like she's looking at them and just watching them in their confusion and chaos. And she's saying, it feels like inside she's saying, yeah, I knew this would happen. Whatever it is. Yeah, I know what to do. I know what's, and it'll be for my benefit, is what her energy is saying here with these cards. Okay? Let's ask another question. I'm going to pick up all these cards. Because the message came. Eventually they flowed. I had a hard time. But I need maybe to ask a more direct question. It's going to be, I could be wrong, but I don't feel that I am. I feel like it's going to be, I don't know. I don't see like fighting or anything, but I see a lot of confusion. What do I ask? Let me think for a second. What actions? What does she know? I'll ask that first, and I'll pull a couple of cards there. Then what action she'll take. Okay. Nine of Swords came out. Interesting. What does she know? What does she know? Four of Wands came out again. Nine of Swords. Four of Wands. What does she know about the confusion? What does she know? What does Kamala know? Kamala, guys, I'm talking about. Okay? What does Kamala know? What does she know? What does she know? What does she know? Say hello. Say hello. What does she know? What else does she know? What else does she know? The Tower. I have the Emperor here on top, the Star, the Moon, the Page of Swords, the Three of Cups, the same cards. What does she know? Seven of Pentacles. It's telling me to put it here. I'm just going to pull the Emperor and the Star because they're telling me to pull that, and the Moon. And the Page. Okay, where am I? They're telling me to put it here. Telling me to put this here. The Moon. It's telling me to go here in the Page of Swords. Okay. I need something for that. Nine of Pentacles. Always 9 of Pentacles. Alright, what action? I feel like there's action here already. What action? Give me 3 cards. What action will Kamala take? I need to know what this is. I need to know what that is too. What action? Page of Cups. Here goes Mark. Look, 9 of Cups. The Lovers. And the 6 of Wands again. 8 of Swords and the 2 of Wands. Okay. I'm going to put these to the side. She definitely knows something. I need to know what that is. I feel like that is Congress. King of Pentacles came out. I need one more. What is that? She knows that something will fall apart, is what I'm hearing. She knows that something is changing. Now that card shows up. I did say, show me a face card if that's Congress. Show me a court card. Okay, I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. She knows something is changing, okay? The 9 of Swords, the 4 of Wands, Justice, Queen of Swords, the Tower, the Moon, the Star, the Moon and the Star. 7 of Pentacles, Page of Swords, the Emperor this time, and the 9 of Pentacles. This is, you know what? This is Joe Biden, like I always say. And the Tower is here. And she's looking at this. She's scrutinizing, you know. That pose, the Justice is here. He may be doing, she may know that he's going to do something. Okay? That's what it feels like. Page of Swords is on top of the Queen of Swords. Page of Swords is about information. Okay, it's about bringing information. It's about, this is the card of intelligence. The Emperor is on top of the Justice card. Okay, her energy is the Emperor energy, as well as the Empress. Okay, 4 of Wands. She knows something about balance. And the actions here. This mystery, this, what I've been viewing this as, you know, this deeds done in the dark. Okay, the bells are ringing. And the Tower is next to it. This thing is crumbling, perhaps. Okay. 7 of Pentacles on top of the Tower. whatever was, you know, whatever was being whatever was being built, or whatever was, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think. Whatever it's about, Seven of Pentacles is about making something flourish or building something, okay? So whatever that is, like I said, I do think this is Congress. I don't, you know, I feel like, let me ask my pendulum. Why am I acting like I don't? If you guys want to see it, let's see. I have my pajamas on, so. Alright, hold on. Let's see. Let's stop it, please. Let's test. Okay. My name is Rachel. Okay, stop. My name is Kimberly. My name is Kimberly. Okay, stop. Is the Tower card in this reading Congress? Is the Tower card in this reading Congress? Saying yeah. It's saying yes. Okay. I don't know. That's what it feels like. I don't know what my dog sniffed in the backyard that's making him do that. Sneeze. I wiped his nose. Anyway. So yeah, I don't know. This is something to have to do with, I see her in my mind with this look of, I told you so, or this look of like, not amusement, but you know that look she had. The Queen of Swords is here. This is her personality. You know, Queen of Swords is also, she can be, there's a levity to her. You know, I guess silliness is the right word. I don't know. Like, she jokes a lot, the Queen of Swords. And that's what I see her in my mind's eye, sort of this like amusement. Okay, actions. We have the Lovers is about a decision. Seven of Cups came out before. It's about making a clear decision. Okay. She's going to make a choice. Nine of Cups. Okay, Nine of Cups came out again. The allies, and the Nine of Cups is about your wishes coming true. Okay, it's next to the Lovers. And the Page of Cups, doing something creative, doing something in a different way, in an innovative way, okay? And this is Mark Rutte. I don't know what he would have to do with this, but, I mean, maybe. But this is, he came out here in the Six of Wands. Nine of Pentacles. Six of Wands is taking action. Victory, okay, being in the spotlight. Giving information, passing on information. I'm hearing something. I'm trying to hear what it. Victory March, I'm hearing. Okay. That was hard. That was Kamala, guys. I mean, I don't need to explain justice, do I? It's the same sort of cards we've been getting. Star again, your wish is coming true. Okay. On top of the moon. Information coming out. We'll see. That was tough. That was really tough. That was tough for me. Okay. You know, I don't, things, I just know it'll be confusing. Joe Biden. Let's do Joe. Let's see how his energy will be tomorrow, January 6th. Okay, King of Swords came right out. It jumped out of the deck. King of Swords. Four of Pentacles again. He's not letting go of something. He is not letting go. Joe Biden. Maybe his will be a little easier. It felt like, I'm not sure if that will happen, but it felt like people arguing or just like murmurings and everyone talking over each other, and she's just sitting there like looking at everyone. Oh, jeez. Joe Biden, January 6th energy. Queen of Pentacles. Interesting. Five of Cups. Ace of Pentacles. I'll get clarified for that Five of Cups that keeps coming up. Four of Swords. Judgment. Wants me to put it here. No, wants me to put it here. The Page of Wands. Wants me to put that there. Ten of Pentacles. Interesting. Three of Pentacles. Again. Told me to put it right here. The Sun. It's telling me to put it here. Ten of Cups. King of... The Fool. The same sort of cards. It's telling me to put it here. Seven of Wands. He gets that often. Uh-oh. Chariot. I don't know. He's not playing. It's telling me actually to put that here. No. This goes here and this goes here. The Magician. What did I always say about him? This is the last one. What did I always say? This told me to put it right here. The Temperance. I'll just read. The Moon. Eight of Pentacles. Three of Wands. Ten of Swords. His energy, he feels very much like, what am I hearing? I just heard, I'm not letting this go. Okay. With this over here, the King of Swords, Four of Pentacles, Judgment, and the Fool, and the Seven of Wands here. He's definitely, his energy for tomorrow feels as though whatever he's not letting go, whatever he's standing his ground in, okay, and he knows, I know this is the right thing. Like he is using his logic, okay, and he's saying like, it feels as though he's like, this is the right approach. This is the pragmatic, you know. It feels like he's saying, I know, it's like, it feels like he's saying, I know the truth, or I know it's okay that it's this way, or it's okay that, that we have what we need. Did he say that? Was that him? Was that him? I think so. Hold on. I can't go back into all these cards. Hold on. Let me look at the back to find it. It should be here. Yeah, look, right, I just found it. Yeah. We have what we need. Okay, this is what this feels like. Right here. Okay, so taking a leap of faith. I'm not letting this go. I hear it. The Seven of Wands here, standing your ground, and Judgment here, okay, handing down judgment. You know, like karmic cycle, whatever you put out comes back to you, okay, an elevation of some sort, like that's what it feels. And there's something else he said. We have the power. That I kept hearing the word power, power, power constantly as I'm doing his channel messages. Okay, so that's here. He's not letting something go. He's standing his ground in something. He's saying, we have what we need. Like, no, this is fine that we're in this position. Okay. Here, the Magician, like I said, this five of cups here, this is the despair. This is, you know, that this is happening, But then the Magician comes out, and like I said, this is people, you know, this here is what people underestimate. You know, oh, he's down and out, and then the Magician comes in with surprise, with his wise know-how, his resources, and this is literally the message of the Magician is we have everything we need. That's so crazy that this came out, and this is the message, we have everything we need. The Magician is about power too. Okay, like I said, people underestimate him, and the Magician literally pulls a rabbit out of his hat. You know, it's power, and I kept hearing power. Queen of Pentacles, the unmovable energy. Okay, support and taking care, the solid energy that he has. So that's what the energy he'll be in. He's doing something here with the Magician. Page of Wands, that youthful energy, the youthful, I'm coming in, you know. Page of Wands is also about news, okay. And pages, you know, do they bring in news? Pages? Let's see. And, you know, pages are students. Bear with me, guys. No, that's not. Yeah, bears of important news. I know it. Okay. So this is on top of all four of these. These cards here. It's a minor card, but the magician sort of affirms that. The power, the know-how, the we have everything we need. Okay. The surprise, the trick, maybe. Then we have the Ace of Pentacles. I view this as his gift. Okay, the sun is here, exposure, things coming out from the dark into the light. The Chariot, the card of, bless you. The Chariot, the card of, the card of battle. Racing in to the finish line. Not letting anything throw you from your goal or goals. Four of Swords, he's tired. Okay, he's tired, and it's also about reevaluating things. He has energy, but he's also tired. Ten of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. Again about news. Again about gathering information in secret. Okay, that sort of energy, but news also. Ten of Pentacles. For some reason, whenever I pull this card, either for Kamala, it hasn't been throughout my, readings for them. This is recent. This card in particular keeps coming out. This feels like the American people to me, this card. Okay. Harmony. He's thinking about the American people, and he wants harmony for them. He wants stability for them, financial stability. This card feels like it's the American people. Okay. I know I said like support, but now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, it feels like the American people. Okay. So whatever his energy is in, it's a powerful energy. Okay. It's a movable energy. And he may do something. I'm not making a prediction, but I'm saying through this confusion or whatever he's not letting go or standing his ground in, it may be something that will surprise people. Okay. That was Joe Biden. Okay, guys. Let's look at Trump. Oh, you know what? Let's see what action, if he'll take any action tomorrow. Sorry. Let's see if Joe Biden will take any action. What action will he take? What actions will he take? Joe Biden. Nine of Cups. Make a decision. Make a choice. Nine of Cups came up in the most recent readings for him. For action. Nine of Cups. Okay, what actions will Biden take, if any, tomorrow? I'm gonna have to bathe him, get off any allergens. This could be why he keeps sneezing. Okay. Emotions Joe Biden will take. His was a little bit easier to read than Kamala's. Got the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands. Three of Swords. Interesting. Knight of Swords. Page of Swords. What are you going to do? The Hermit. What is this card, guys? Corruption. Card of corruption and card of treason. Two of Wands. So let me put it here. It's going with this Three of Swords. Eight of Cups. He wants to move on. He's doing something risky though. Seven of Cups. Again, I do feel some confusion, some mental confusion too. The Eight of Swords is here. King of Cups. So I'd put it here. One more. Nine of Swords. There it goes again. It's like a back and forth. It's like, tell me to put it here. Okay, yeah, I knew this was coming. That's like I'm saying, this back and forth here. This is the last card, the Hanged Man. Yeah, the Devil is there, Ten of Swords. He wants to end that. There's a back and forth here. He may do something risky, okay? This here is like he has to make a choice here. The Knight of Cups and the Seven of Cups here. He has a lot of options in front of him, and he wants to make the right choice. And the Knight of Wands, this energy, this is news too over here with these wands all keep coming up. But the Knight of Wands is, you know, that again, that powerful sort of energy rushing in with something. News, or, you know, rushing in with, it's a surprising energy that people will be surprised about. Like I said before with the Knight of Cups here, that people will be surprised. The Ace of Wands is here. He's not playing. But it's on the, you know, the Hanged Man, he something may, you know, he may pause something, or there's a shift in perspective. All here. He's like, I need to think, I'm hearing, you know? And so, the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is about emotion. You have the Three of Swords here. That's the disappointment. Okay, and then you have the Eight of Cups here is about walking, you know, moving on, walking into something. It's about emotional healing. And you have the King of Cups on top. Okay, and so with the Knight of Swords in this section here, he's doing something, okay, and it feels like a risk. You know, that's what it feels like. It feels risky. Like I said, Kamala got this too. You know, when people see the Eight of Cups, they think it's about just leaving something and walking away. That's part of it. Eight of Cups is about also walking into something despite you knowing the risks of what it could be that you decide to walk towards. Okay. And so you have the Knight of Swords here with its clarity, with its truth. You know, you have the Page of Swords here with this intelligence, with this information. And next to it you have the card of treason, the Hermit. And then the bottom is the Nine of Swords. It's the flip-floppy thing, the worry. Okay? And the Two of Wands, implementation. You know, implementing something, doing something based off of a plan you have or have had. Okay? So, you know, I'm just the messenger, guys. I'm not making any predictions, but the energy is saying that even if we don't hear it or see it, something is happening, that he is going to be standing his ground, going to be thinking a lot, you know. I heard I need to think, but also knowing we have what we need. It's risky. It's a risk, whatever that is. Let's look at Donald Trump. I did pull for him for January 6th yesterday. I've been pulling for him. I keep getting the same cards. And you know, one card that comes up often is the Tower. But let's see. I'm going to do reversals. Then we'll do collective energy. I'm not doing musty. Donald Trump. Donald Trump's energy on January. You guys, Ten of Swords. I get that card often too. Ten of Swords. Four of Pentacles. Not wanting to let go. Painful ending. We'll see. Nine of Wands. Gotta keep going. May not want to. With the Four Pentacles there. This is stubborn energy. Donald Trump, January 6th energy. You'll have to make a decision. The Lovers. Similar. Donald Trump, January 6th. Energy, please. Donald Trump, January 6th. Page of Swords is there too. Listen, a decision. Seven of Cups. Look, Seven of Swords. You liar. You thief. You stealer. Let's see what comes out. Knight of Swords. This is the same energy as Kamala and Biden. Knight of Swords is telling me to put it here. Page of Cups. Page of Cups telling me to put it here. Who do I view as the Page of Cups? The Sun. Exposure. Told me to put it here. 9 of Cups. You know, these are positive cards. You know, they're not in reverse. But I've assigned these cards. He's going through it. These are positive cards. You know, they're not, these the sun and this thing, you know, here. It's not in reverse, but I've assigned these cards things. You know, I've assigned them labels through this story, through this situation. Then the 9 of Cups are, what is the 9 of Cups? The allies. Okay, tell me to put it here. Death. I said put it on the bottom between these cards. Wheel of Fortune. Tell me to put it here with his choice. With his choices. The Magician. Same cards as Biden. Told me to put it on the bottom. The Moon. One more. Yeah, look, he has the Page of Swords. Tell me to put it here. He has the, this is the same card as Biden. He has, whoa, okay, hold on. It's telling me to, okay. Let's calm down. Okay, we have the 7 of Wands. It's telling me to put it right here. We have this, the Hierophant. It's telling me to put it here. He'll have to defend something tomorrow. His position. And we have the 4 of Wands in reverse. It may not go the way he wants it to tomorrow. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. The American people. The Empress in reverse. The Knight of Swords the King of Swords in reverse. The 5 of Swords in reverse. Losing the conflict. Ten of Swords. 4 of Pentacles. Death. 9 of Wands. The Lovers. Wheel of Fortune. 7 of Cups. The Moon. The Sun. The 7 of Swords. The 4 of Wands in reverse. The 7 of Wands. The Hierophant. The Page of, the Page of Swords. The 9 of Cups. The Page of Cups. The Knight of Wands. You know, it's interesting because I have expanded on how I interpret these cards. And I've gotten, you know, it's not just as black and white. These messages, you know, the tarot cards, sometimes it's what it is. But what I've learned from my guides is that you have to look at the cards as though you're looking at many different layers. There's many different layers, and depending on the situation, you have to, this is what my guides told me, you have to be discerning and how you interpret it, because you could look at something, you could pull the Sun, you know, one of the most positive cards, and it'd be like, you have to feel in your intuition that this is talking about abundance. This is talking about the sun coming out and you having clarity and you know, meeting your goals and you feeling happy and contented. And then there's another layer where exposure, you know, you have to look at the situation and the cards surrounding it. Okay, it's not just black and white. You know, it's a mix. His energy here, it feels as though, you know, the Ten of Swords is here upright. It's the first card that came out, and the Four of Pentacles is here. But the Ten of Swords is about, you know, a painful ending, or betrayal, or something not working out the way that you want it. And the Four of Wands is on top here in reverse. Here, this energy here with the Ten of Swords, the Magician, the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Wands in reverse, the Seven of Wands, the Hierophant. He's gonna, it seems like he's gonna be having to defend something. You know, that he's gonna have to try to pull out, you know, try to pull out all the stops. Maybe even try to manipulate, okay? Pull out his own resources. You know, pull out his own tricks. It's going to be rough for him. Okay? Let me get a clarifier for Magician and the Hierophant. These two. Okay, we got some cards. Is that the Devil? What did I say? I knew it. I knew it was there. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. For the Hierophant. And Devil. I knew it. He's going to try and manipulate, you know, he's going to try and just stay in the same song and dance. The same song and dance. I feel a lot of anger. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. And the Hierophant. You know, this feels like, whether it happens tomorrow or after that, this is slipping through his fingers. Okay, even though this is a minor card, Nine of Pentacles. But it feels like Nine of Pentacles is about long-term growth, long-term stability. And the Hierophant was the clarifier. I dropped the card. Four of Wands is in reverse here, you know. It might slip through his fingers. It's gonna slip through his fingers, it feels like, you know. You have the Death, transformation of some kind. The Nine of... This came out reversed before. It's upright this time. He's gonna be tired. Okay. The Death was touching the Four of Pentacles. You know, the Four of Pentacles is not letting something go. He's gonna fight. Okay, he's gonna be, whatever he imagined this to be is not gonna turn out the way he wants it. And he's gonna have to fight. Okay, not like physically fight, but you know, his same thing he does. You have because the death is about transformation. You know what? It could be something with his health too. But I'm you know, that for me is like maybe 2%, but the Hierophant is here and the Nine of Pentacles, but he's going to be fighting for something. It's going to be tough. And you have Death here, and with the Four of Pentacles touching it is like he's going to have a transformation. Something is going to end, okay? And the nine of wands, he's going to have to keep pushing, you know. And sometimes it's like, when this comes up, I look at major cards as like the universe sometimes taking control, even, and forcing you to transform, whatever that looks like. But he's going to need a strength, that's for sure. You have the Page of Swords, the Nine of Cups, the Page of Cups, the Knight of Swords, the Nine of Swords here. He's going to have to make a choice here. The Lovers is about making a choice, about decision. Okay? And the Seven of Cups is about being discerning and making the right choice, not what you think is the best choice for you, because it's about a card of illusion, or rather delusion. Okay? And so you have to be very discerning. The Wheel of Fortune here, the wheel can turn either way. This is upright. Okay? And so honestly, whether he makes the right decision or not, it remains to be seen with the moon here. Okay, also the moon is what I've been viewing, that in the darkness sort of deed, the dark deeds and the, you know, behind the scenes that people didn't see. The sun is a positive card, you know, but before, like I said before, the Seven of Swords is here. And the sun is on top of it. Seven of Swords is when you are a thief, when you cheat and you lie, and the sun is about exposure. Things coming from the darkness into the light. Okay, and so decisions and choices, and you know, like I said, when I put decisions and choices, and like I said, when I pulled the sun for him, sometimes the sun is like, you know, don't ignore your problems, don't celebrate too quickly, you know, because the sun is a positive card no matter if it's reverse or upright, but the warning of the sun is like, whoa, calm down, you know, like don't ignore your problems, don't be delusional. Sure, you know, you could be proud of your accomplishments, whether you cheated or not, but I think he might be exposed. Whether it happens tomorrow, this says January 6th energy, but it's gonna be a fight for him. Page of Swords, intelligence. Nine of Cups, allies. I've been looking, you know, and this energy also could be him. This energy could be him enjoying the fruits of his labor. But the Page of Cups is here, and who do I've used the Page of Cups? It's in between the Nine of Cups, or it's the Nine of Cups is in between the Page of Swords, the intelligence, and the Page of Cups, who I've labeled as Mark Ruta. Okay, and the Knight of Swords is on top of the Seven of Swords, and the sun is beneath it. So something's coming for him, whether it's tomorrow, but it's, you know, it's, listen guys, like I said, we have to divorce ourselves from how we think something will happen, because it's not the reality. Yeah, well, I shouldn't say not the reality, but it's not, I've been told it's not what we think it will be. Okay, so it feels like chaos. It feels like, you know, tomorrow feels like a lot of confusion and anxiety. Donald Trump, it looks as though he's going to have to fight for something and stand his ground, as well as President Biden. Kamala is sitting there smiling, looking at people with amusement. And not to say that this is serious to her, but she knows something, and it's something perhaps to her benefit. Okay, so, you know, whatever happens, I just want you guys to remember it's not over. We can all be delusional, us readers, and, you know, all of us with these gifts and looking at this situation. And I told someone, you know, when your pendulum swings, or when your card tells you yes, it doesn't mean that is not right. It could mean that it could be answering for the future. It could be answering for the day that you asked it, but ultimately we keep getting the same answers. And my guides keep saying, it's there. The signs are there. I gave you the signs. Things will happen in sections. It will not happen the way you imagine it to happen. And that was the lesson that I got when I started this. That was the first lesson. If you have not seen my very first video regarding the election, please go watch that. And I constantly, before I surrendered to this idea of like, and whatever I'm imagining, however the process is not how it's going to happen, I've accepted that. And so when I see things about things people said, or comments, like, Hakeem Jeffrey said this, and, Mike Johnson got in, and it doesn't move me because this is the way the energy feels. This is a unique situation and a unique moment. And everything is changing. How we accept, or rather how we refuse oppression, how we are looking at things. For those of us who know, and those of us who have awakened and is looking at, our perceptions have changed. Those of us who are not distracted, everything's changed. I see it, and people that don't see it, they'll see it. But you have to, like I said, take care of yourselves. Go within. Ask for what you need. If you are in the midst of learning how to talk to your guides, for those of you who feel like you have gifts, or for those, we're all not alone, regardless if you are psychic or not, or if you have gifts or not. Simply ask, and you'll receive an answer. Okay? And sometimes if you feel like I only hear silence, get some oracle cards. Get some tarot cards if you want to do that, and pull so you could get your answers. Okay? I'm going to have to edit this because my dog is going through something. What else? I will upload again. Today is Sunday. Probably Tuesday. I think I have a long schedule Tuesday, so I'm not sure. Definitely Wednesday, if not Tuesday. Okay. Okay, that's it, guys. I didn't read Musk. I don't like his energy at all. Okay. But my advice is to don't get lost in the weeds, like Mark Rutte said. Don't get lost in the smaller things. And they're not less important, but we get so distracted with all the other things as opposed to the end thing, the thing that we want at the end. Okay, so whatever happens tomorrow, I see a lot of confusion, but whatever happens tomorrow, at the end of everything, you just know, I know what will be. Okay, he's not. I don't think he'll even get in. I don't think he will get in. So, I don't. He's not going to be inaugurated. That's what my guides keep telling me. That's what the energy tells me. That's what energy does change, but that has not changed since I started this. Okay, that's all I got, guys. This was a lot. Enjoy your week. Engage in some self-care. And I will see you again soon. Bye bye.